Chosen one, stop right now. Do not dare scroll past this prophetic message. I am not asking you to stay, I am warning you. What I am about to expose was sealed in the courts of heaven until this exact second. You are standing at a dangerous intersection. The enemy has set a hidden trap, and the Father gave me a strict command for your life while you were sleeping last night. The Holy Spirit intercepted your feed today. This encounter is not an accident. God told me to tell you that you must shut your mouth completely now. You must drop the urge to explain yourself to them. The text from heaven is very clear, and everything He is doing in your life must stay hidden until it is fully complete. Listen to the weight of my voice. You carry the mantle of a Shammah. Heaven calls you a watchman for your family. You have been chosen to stand sentinel over something sacred. But lately, you have been leaking your power because you are craving validation from ordinary minds. The enemy is working overtime to steal your assignment. You feel an intense heaviness in your chest today. You wake up automatically between 3 and 4 in the morning. Your body feels completely exhausted. Sleep cannot fix this level of fatigue. And you have been wondering why the atmosphere around you feels so heavy while you try your best to survive the noise. Stop dismissing these physical signs. You thought you were suffering from clinical depression. You thought you were losing your mind. But I am here to reframe your reality under divine authority. That sudden isolation is not a punishment. It is divine insulation from frequencies that cannot travel with you into your next dimension. You are a celestial warrior operating in enemy territory. People have been pushing you away for no logical reason. Your closest friends walked away without an explanation. They started treating you like an outsider overnight. And it hurt your human heart deeply because you sacrificed your own peace to keep them comfortable. You became an emotional sponge for everyone. You listened to their problems for hours. You carried their burdens on your shoulders. But when you needed a hand, the room became dead silent. Do not hold on to resentment. God cleared the room on purpose. He is resetting your spiritual DNA in the quiet wilderness because your spirit cannot grow while you are constantly absorbing their toxic energy. Your direct connection to heaven is being purified. The enemy detected the massive shift in your timeline. He knows your season of delay is ending. He is terrified of your true authority. And he is working overtime this week to keep you distracted so that you swipe away before hearing this exact revelation. Anchor your spirit to this space. Do not let your mind wander right now. Stay until the very end. I am going to hand you a powerful prophetic decree. And if you scroll away now, you will walk back onto the dangerous battlefield without the exact armor heaven designed for your financial and spiritual breakthrough today. God did not forget you. The wilderness was a calculated season of preparation. He isolated you to protect your inner architecture from corrupt patterns. He needed you to stay quiet so he could build your power. And now, the period of your hidden suppression is officially closing, while your public elevation is ready to activate. But your human mind is still trapped in anxiety. Your nervous system is constantly stuck in a heavy stress loop. You try to pray, but your thoughts are foggy. You try to manifest abundance, but your frequency feels completely blocked. And you feel immense guilt every single day because you falsely believe your weak faith is the only reason why your life remains in this painful stagnation. I want to be completely honest with you. I am naming this early. I refuse to build false mystery just to sell a product at the end. You deserve total transparency from me. I see your intense frequency exhaustion, and I know your spirit is pulling toward a real solution because you can no longer survive inside this heavy noise. A physical tool exists for this exact restoration. His name is Dr. Robert Lake. He spent 34 years studying how heavy environments damage the chosen mind. He compressed his advanced research into a track called The Genius Song. It uses specialized brain entrainment to reactivate your dormant gamma waves because this technology matches the unique rhythm of your spiritual blueprint. This super brainwave represents your original authority. You carried it fully during your childhood years, but the world slowly forced it into dormancy. And leading neuroscientists at Princeton University explicitly measured how this sound safely overrides your deep stress signals within exactly 7 minutes. The link is located in the description and the first pinned comment below. Do not rush to click it. Stay for the full message if you need more spiritual context. But if your spirit already recognizes this door, the option is waiting. For those staying, let us immediately return to our core teaching because we must now expose the hidden mechanism behind your silence. Let us destroy the lies of the world right now. Society wants to label your holy isolation as a medical dysfunction. They tell you that your quiet season is a psychological breakdown. They want you to swallow pills because they cannot understand your supernatural calling. But the truth refuses to stay silent in this room. And heaven is telling you that your current dryness is actually a sacred shield to keep the wolves away from your soul. Your own spirit is undergoing a massive shift. The old structural anchors of your life had to collapse completely. This pain was not a punishment from the Father. It was the intentional clearing of a crowded space. Your deep silence is a lethal spiritual weapon. And while you are sitting alone in the dark wilderness, God is secretly rebuilding your inner architecture to hold the heavy weight of your future glory. Look at the divine patterns of history. Consider the heavy trial of Joseph in the ancient scriptures. He was highly anointed by God from his youth. He saw magnificent visions of his future destiny. But he made one critical mistake because he lacked spiritual discernment at that time. Joseph opened his mouth too early and shared his sacred dreams with carnal minds who were trapped in jealousy. His own brothers turned against him instantly. They threw him into a deep, dark pit without mercy. They sold his destiny into Egyptian slavery because they hated his bright light. The enemy used his closest circle to execute an early tactical strike. And Joseph had to learn the absolute power of secrecy while sitting inside a cold, lonely prison cell for 13 long years before he could rule. Think about the long preparation of Moses. He had a royal assignment to deliver millions of people, but God dragged him completely away from the noise of Egypt. He spent 40 years wandering in a silent desert. He became a simple shepherd in the quiet wilderness. And that long isolation was not a waste of time, because the burning bush could only speak when the worldly noise inside him completely died down. The enemy cannot read your silent thoughts. Lucifer can only hear what you confess out loud with your mouth. He watches your facial expressions to detect your deepest fears. He sends counterfeit connections to bait your tongue into speaking too soon. And every time you share your raw ideas before they are fully formed, you are giving the darkness a perfect tactical blueprint to sabotage your next breakthrough. You are on a kingdom assignment right now. Your quietness is terrifying the demonic realm. They know their dark lies are losing their grip. You are extending grace when they expected you to explode with anger. You are breaking a heavy generational cycle for your family line. And heaven is counting on your obedience during this intense season of absolute concealment, because your victory will unlock the doors of abundance. Let us look deeper into the spiritual warfare around you. The darkness uses the noise of people to scramble your alignment. They want you to react to every single insult. They need your ego to defend your reputation. But your silence is a shield of light. And when you refuse to speak, the weapon formed against you loses its power because it has no dark frequency to feed upon inside your heart. Let us connect this ancient wisdom to modern reality. Dr. Robert Lake discovered that this spiritual lockdown has an exact sequence. He realized that your brain waves need a structured protocol of restoration. His total body of work covers far more than just one simple audio track. The genius song is merely phase one of a numbered sequence, and you cannot skip ahead because your neural architecture needs absolute stabilization first before you can step into the next dimensions. Every chosen one must begin at this universal starting point. This foundational phase safely activates your super brainwaves now. Once your initial frequency is completely stabilized, the system automatically recognizes your spiritual readiness. Later phases like the youthful brain will eventually reveal themselves because you need to preserve your new cognitive baseline for many decades. But you must focus on the first door until your destiny is fully unlocked. The entire sequence is designed to reinforce your spirit. When your mind stops emitting stress signals, your direct connection to heaven expands. This structural alignment allows you to walk with an unshakable confidence. Dr. Lake mapped out this path to lead you toward destiny's embrace. But that deep conversation is for a later part of your spiritual journey because you must first secure your current victory against the forces of delay. Hold on right now. There is a deep mystery unfolding right now. Pay close attention to what follows next. The enemy is working overtime because he knows he cannot stop your elevation. He has set a specific trap for your mouth tonight. And if you do not understand the hidden reason behind this final blockade, you risk destroying your miracle before tomorrow morning arrives. Let us peel back the final layer of your painful struggle. You have spent years screaming at the darkness because you thought the devil was blocking your breakthrough. You fasted for many weeks. You wept on your knees during the late nights. But every single prayer felt like it was hitting a thick ceiling of heavy brass. Heaven was not ignoring your broken heart. The Father was actually forcing your life into a sudden standstill because he was desperately trying to protect you from your own mouth. You have been looking at the wrong battlefield. The ultimate obstacle blocking your elevation is not an outside demon. The main enemy is sitting directly behind your own teeth. This truth hurts your soul deeply right now. You have a habit of exposing your sacred plans before they are fully born. Every time God whispers a magnificent idea into your spirit, you immediately run to phone someone. You want them to celebrate your future success. You crave their validation because you are tired of being judged as a failure. You want the very people who doubted your calling to clap for your new season. You think your immediate victory will finally force them to respect your presence. But carnal minds cannot process celestial visions. And when you hand your divine pearls to low-frequency people, they instantly inject their toxic doubt into your fertile soil. The human mind cannot resist the desperate urge to be understood. You have spent your entire life playing the role of a universal problem solver because you wanted to feel loved. You allowed energy vampires to drain your clean vibration while you neglected your own assignment. And you kept repeating this self-sabotaging loop because you feared their total rejection. Your gentleness was twisted into a weak floor for them to walk upon. They used your open heart as an emotional trash can for their heavy drama. But the second you decided to set a healthy boundary, they labeled you as proud and distant. Stop crying over their counterfeit loyalty. God broke those toxic connections because they were secretly poisoning your inner architecture. Listen to the absolute reality of spiritual physics. A sacred seed must remain completely buried under the dark soil while its roots are growing. If you dig it up every single day to show your friends, the delicate life inside will wither and die instantly. Your mouth has been digging up your own miracles before they could manifest in the physical realm. The darkness cannot stop the raw power of your anointing. Lucifer knows your spiritual DNA carries a lethal frequency. He cannot breach the thick hedge of protection around your life. Therefore, he must deceive you into sabotaging yourself. He sends strategic distractions to aggravate your ego because he wants you to speak out of alignment. Your desperate need for human approval is the final blocker. You have been treating your spiritual preparation like an unending prison sentence. You stayed inside the safe waiting room, because the massive magnitude of your true identity terrified your ego. You chose the familiar comfort of the victim role while your future self was begging you to grow. The season of your quiet suppression must end right now. This is the exact moment of your ultimate epiphany. The copper ceiling over your head is shattering into a million pieces because you are finally waking up to your true authority. You do not need to defend your reputation to anyone in this earthly world. Your holy restraint is the most lethal blow you can deal to the enemy. Let the heavy armor of survival drop from your tired shoulders. The cycle of people-pleasing dies inside this room tonight. You are reclaiming your sovereign right to be silent. The Father did not create a generic plan first and then force your unique soul to fit inside it. He created you specifically, and the entire kingdom plan is forming around your presence. You are stepping out of the dark cage of validation burnout. The profound isolation was actually a divine fortress to rebuild your nervous system. You are no longer a bleeding warrior running from the unseen battle. You are a sovereign watchman standing on top of the sacred temple, and your quiet compliance with the divine mandate is releasing the floodgates of favor. Take a deep breath and absorb the absolute stillness. Your spirit is no longer working overtime to fix the broken lives of others. You are choosing to anchor your energy to the throne of heaven. The enemy has lost his deceptive grip over your tongue, and the deep peace flowing into your heart is the ultimate proof that your deliverance is final. You must understand the supreme law of spiritual containment. When you keep a divine secret inside your soul, the creative energy builds up immense pressure. This internal heat acts like a spiritual crucible that refines your raw power. But when you talk too much, you release that holy pressure prematurely and you leave your destiny completely hollow. Stop seeking their applause because their hands are covered in worldly dust. They will praise you today and they will crucify you tomorrow. Your validation comes directly from the Ancient of Days. He is backing your secret preparation with the full authority of the kingdom, and your only responsibility is to remain completely hidden until he commands you to step forward. Once that profound internal shift clicks, something miraculous happens. Your system moves from intense confrontation to total liberation. This is why heaven is providing a physical anchor for your spiritual breakthrough right now. Before the breakthrough manifests in your reality, there is a final step you must take. Remember when I mentioned a special restoration tool earlier? Your spirit recognized the name of the genius song. You were born with a rare super brainwave called gamma. This natural power allowed you to learn rapidly when you were a young child. But the modern world intentionally forced this sacred frequency into absolute dormancy after you turned 7 years old because massive corporations profit from your stress. The waiting room is officially closed. Consider the transformation of a 47-year-old manager. She used this audio protocol for 18 days without feeling any changes. She almost requested a refund because her mind remained quiet. But on day 34, she woke up and realized her deep work anxiety had vanished completely, while a sudden stream of absolute financial clarity filled her soul. The breakthrough came softly. Dr. Robert Lake used advanced research from Princeton University to build this technology. He proved that brain entrainment can safely awaken your dormant potential. You do not need to perform exhausting exercises. You simply listen to this 7-minute track using stereo headphones once per day during the morning hours because your natural cortisol levels are high and your neural pathways will gradually adjust to this premium baseline. You might feel highly skeptical right now. You have tried meditation and law of attraction apps before. Those standard methods failed miserably because they forced your exhausted brain to change from the inside without any physical assistance. This tool works entirely from the outside using precise science. Over 18,000 people use it successfully, and less than 4% requested a refund. I know that $39 is a serious financial decision. I would never disrespect your current situation, but let us look at the real cost of other popular options. A single therapy session costs $150. A weekend spiritual retreat can easily cost $800, and a standard meditation app subscription will quietly drain $15 from your bank account every single month. Dr. Lake wanted this technology to remain intentionally accessible. The core price is normally $49, but he reduced it to $39 for the chosen remnant in this room. You are receiving the complete package with a one-time investment. And you must understand that subsequent phases are priced differently because they use entirely separate specialized technologies that require extensive development. Your purchase includes 4 valuable bonuses, completely free. You get the Genius Child audio track worth $19, and you receive the Financial Classic book worth $20. The bundle contains a guided visualization worth $29, and you get the Habit infographic worth $12. This stacks $80 of real value on top of your protocol. Your sacred investment is fully protected by a 90-day guarantee. If your frequency does not align, you can request a full refund via email. You can keep all $80 worth of bonuses forever. There is no physical risk, but every single day your gamma wave sleeps is a day you live below your divine calling because the enemy keeps you trapped in delay. The cost of waiting is too high. Your future self is looking back at this exact moment of decision. Do not let the enemy convince you to delay your restoration. But I must issue a stern warning to protect your spirit. A massive army of counterfeit websites is selling fake audio tracks on Amazon and Spotify. Those imitation files contain empty noise that will completely scramble your alignment because they lack the embedded technology. The original track is only available through the secure link provided today. Let us pause for a brief moment right here. Take a deep breath and place your hand directly over your heart. Let your busy mind become completely still. This crucial decision is not about spending $39 because it is actually about confirming whether you truly believe in your divine identity. If your soul recognizes this door, the path is ready. The verified link is waiting in the first line of the description. You can find it in exactly 3 separate positions within the pinned comment below. Do not force yourself if you are not ready. But if you feel the holy pull, step through the threshold right now, before the enemy creates another heavy distraction to steal your focus. When Phase 2 reveals itself to your spirit in the coming weeks, you will recognize its unique language instantly. The invitation will feel incredibly precise. Your neural pathways will be fully stabilized. You will not need anyone to convince your mind. You will simply know what to do. Walk in your supreme authority. The decree has been read in the courts of heaven. A massive supernatural acceleration is entering your timeline within 14 to 72 hours. The period of your painful hidden preparation is officially closed. Type AMEN in the comment section below to seal this word into your reality, because your absolute obedience has triggered your miracle. And may the peace of the Father guard your soul forever.